Listen, I can almost guarantee 7% of the population is going to come out for Kamala Harris in 2028, specifically if she runs again. Definitely. All right. I'm not sure why you would put yourself through this again, Kamala Harris, because I mean, again, you're not that popular. Even before, when you attempted to run before, you quit before, it even meant anything. So I don't understand why you would do it again. Like, why would you engage in this? Why? You were very unpopular, very, very unpopular. You also forgot the national anthem. You recognize that you have a man problem on the left. You're fully aware of that, but you didn't want to go where the men were to speak to them. So what are you doing here? Are you banking specifically on like 7% of the population to give you the vote? Guaranteed? Is that what you're doing? Because that's crazy. That is a wild one. That's one for the masses, guys. It just seems utterly delusional, guys. But either way, Kamala Harris's presidential ambitions for 2028. This is a suggestion via Discord, guys. Let's go and do it. Let's check it out. Let's see where this takes us.
Vice President Kamala Harris has been forced to endure the ultimate humiliation, having to certify her own election loss to Donald Trump.
Right.
Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris.
Clapping up. Standing ovation. Hold on. Wait. No.
Harris.
No. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Like one side is clapping and the other side's like, I'm going to shave all my hair off.
Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes.
Kel, I
then
love
the
that
same
she
thing
had
the
to
other way.
just stand there while Trump gets the standing ovation, and then
Okay, this is a little gloating, but you know what? It's fine.
her own side gives her a standing ovation for losing.
There are two weird things about this. It's not unknown. The system in America is the vice president chairs the Senate, and it isn't in the Senate that the vice president has to chair the moment when the election result is certified. So that's what's happening, and that's not
right.
unusual.
It's normal. It just so happens that the vice president legitimately ran for president, so it just was set up to be something wild.
It's happened twice before. In 2000, Al Gore had to certify that George W. Bush had beaten him only by hanging chads, if you remember, in Florida.
No, I don't remember.
Back in 1960,
what year
Richard
was
Nixon
that?
had to certify that John Kennedy had defeated him. So that had happened before. The weird thing was all the cheering, because there was a standing ovation from the Republican side of the House for Trump's win. That makes sense. Then there was a standing ovation for her loss from the Democrat side of the House, and you think, what are you cheering? Weren't you listening to them?
Because she lost. They were happy. They were like, listen, you know what? This is going to bring nothing but terribleness for us. So how about this? We're just going to cheer that she lost, so hopefully she doesn't come up here and do this again.
The other weird moment was she walked out afterwards, and she actually did quite a good line to the platitude, but a nice enough line to the waiting media about, this is about the peaceful transfer of power, and I'm part of the good guys because we don't do the January 6th stuff.
Yes, of course.
I always get this feeling she still thinks she's a possible candidate for 2028. If that is what's going through her head, she is utterly delusional. But I think it is. And I looked at her today and I thought, you still think, you poor thing, you still think you're in there in 2028 with the chance. There's absolutely, she's offended the Democratic Party. She's offended a whole lot of the base. There's no way she's ever going to get another run at another senior political position. And I don't think that penny has dropped yet.
Oh, look, delusion seems to be a characteristic of...
Oh, I thought you guys were going to give me something real. This is just a thought. This is just thoughts. So there's no like actual evidence? Guys, why'd you send this to me? That is not the point, though. So there's no actual evidence of her wanting to run again. I read the title, and it's just like, that's a wild one. But, do I think that she believes it now? She does. I think she does, bro. Because, I mean, we've seen a lot of videos that have just come out after it. It's more like kind of beating a dead horse type of thing that's happening right now, I would say personally. You guys want to drill it in like, ha, you lost type of thing, but I get it. I think the left would have probably done the same thing that the right is currently doing if they had won and their ideology was like law type of thing, guys, right? If that was the case, I do think that the left would have probably done something similar at least. But it's starting to now feel like, she's done, bro. Can we move on? Let's do something that is healthy and conducive to the country's needs, let's say. But let's continue.
Of the Democratic Party. I mean, Biden is still going on about how he could have beaten Trump if they just let him stay on there.
No chance, Biden.
In his state of obvious cognitive decline.
Yeah.
What did you think of today's spectacle?
Well, I think Kamala talking about herself in the third person is very bizarre as well, the way she sort of confidently strode out there as well. But let's not forget the night of the election when she lost.
She had to do that. That's just what has to happen. She has to say her entire name. So again, she is certifying the election. Where are these people? These people are from Australia, right?
As well, the way she sort of confidently strode out there as well. But let's not forget the night of the election when she lost. She wouldn't even go and see the party
Right, she wouldn't do
faithful.
that.
These are people who'd
She
stayed
would
up
not
till
do
3
that.
a.m. in the morning, and she was too cowardly to go and see them then and say, thank you for all your hard work, and yes, we've lost, but I really appreciate what you've done for me in the Democratic Party. There was none of that. So for her...
Guys, I think that she thought that she was probably going to win. Like, she really thought that she was going to win. And it got to the point where she was probably not even consolable when she lost, right? Like a complete emotional wreck, most likely. I'm going to go ahead and forecast that was probably the reason, but there have been other people that have been able to do this. So that just means that you initially and actually were not actually, prepared to be in the position you're in. Because if this is enough for you to fold to the point where you can't speak to the people that supported you, that sent money in for you, that supported you, again, then yeah, bro, maybe you weren't meant for it. So having her run again would be absolutely silly. So I definitely hope that will never happen.
Her to turn around today and accept applause for losing. It's like a primary school version of getting a participation prize when she's lost the race, which she has done. So
She's
it's
In fact, can I
so
remind
very
you,
sore loser.
in one of her videos that she put out on YouTube or Instagram, wherever she put it out, she actually said, "We have not been defeated. You have not been defeated," she said to the viewers. They've been defeated. That's what the numbers said.
Defiant
And somehow
defeat,
it hasn't
yes.
registered.
You have literally been beaten.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's basically talking, like, see, here's the thing. This is what happens when you're so biased that you don't have the ability to kind of comprehend what people are actually saying here, sir. The problem here is guys, what I'm guessing if those were her words, that means that what she represented. I think that's basically what she's talking to her fans about. I do honestly hope that it fails, right? But let's just be honest and obvious here. Like, what she meant was that she knows she lost. I'm almost positive. She knows she lost. She was just talking to her base, giving them hope that their nonsense ideology meant something. That's all that was.
Numbers said,
Defiant
and somehow it
defeat,
hasn't
yes.
registered.
You have literally been beaten.
Yes. We
Resoundingly
have
in a
not
vote.
been defeated. We
They
have not
cannot
been
accept
defeated.
it. They still cannot accept it. Well, they're going to have to on January 20, aren't they?
Salt in the wound.
Well, US Vice
All right, bro. Guys, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be team. Please let Kamala run again, right? I love what she represented. Like, bro, listen, nothing that she said meant anything to me. Like, my wife does not delete babies for sport, so that's not something that mattered to me to a certain. It didn't matter to me at all. I was just like, bro, why are we doing this? Like, I am all for the concept of one thing here: never loan your vote out to someone else's cause. That's number one. Never. Number two, vote for the best interest of your family and your household. Like, if whatever you're voting for does not actually affect your household, then why are you doing that? Let me guess. You're loaning your vote out to someone else's cause because they guilted you based off of some version of like, I don't know, bro, like some moral superiority coming on their end. So they're just like, listen, if you don't have the same thought process as me, you're obviously evil. You're a bad guy. Right? So you have to make sure that you vote my cause, even though it has nothing to do with your household. Nah, bro. Do not loan your vote out. Vote exclusively for what will affect your household. That's it. But all right, I'll catch you guys later. The fact that you just made it to the end of the video says a whole lot, actually. We have a couple other channels. Mr. L. Boyd Music, Mr. L. Boyd Movie Reacts, along with Mr. L. Boyd Discusses, where I just generally speak about the things that specifically matter to me. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.